A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a startling development, Dutch and German intelligence agencies have reported evidence of widespread use of banned chemical weapons by Russia and Ukraine. This includes the alarming tactic of deploying a choking agent from drones to force Ukrainian soldiers out of their trenches, making them vulnerable to gunfire. Dutch Defense Minister Ruben Brekelmans has called for stricter sanctions against Moscow, stating, "The main conclusion is that we can confirm Russia is intensifying its use of chemical weapons." This intensification, he emphasizes, is part of a troubling trend observed over recent years, where the use of chemical weapons by Russia in the ongoing conflict has become increasingly normalized and standardized. The German BND Foreign Intelligence Agency corroborated these findings, confirming that they obtained evidence alongside their Dutch counterparts. The head of the Dutch Military Intelligence Agency, MIVD, Peter Riesink, stated that their conclusions were drawn from independent intelligence operations. However, it's important to note that independent verification of these allegations by either side in the Ukraine conflict has not yet been achieved. The United States first accused Russia of deploying chloropicrin, a chemical compound known to be more toxic than standard riot control agents, back in May of last year. Ukraine has alleged that there have been thousands of instances of chemical weapons used by Russian forces. In response to these grave accusations, Russia's defense ministry has denied using illegal munitions, instead accusing Ukraine of employing them. Maria Zakharova, the spokeswoman for the Russian Foreign Ministry, recently claimed that the Federal Security Service discovered a Ukrainian cache of explosive devices containing chloropicrin in eastern Ukraine. Ukraine, however, has consistently refuted these claims. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, based in The Hague and consisting of 193 member states, stated last year that initial accusations exchanged between both Russia and Ukraine were insufficiently substantiated. To date, the OPCW has not been solicited to conduct a full investigation, which would require initiation by member states. As the situation develops, reports indicate that at least 3 Ukrainian fatalities have been linked to the use of chemical weapons, with more than 2,500 individuals injured on the battlefield citing exposure to such weapons. Brekelmans highlighted the seriousness of the situation, noting that the chemical agent chloropicrin, which was initially utilized during World War I, can cause severe irritation to the lungs, eyes, and skin, resulting in symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, and nausea. This alarming escalation in the use of chemical weapons is being viewed with increasing concern by European intelligence officials, who fear that it reflects a large-scale intensification of chemical weapons production by Russia. There are indications that Russian officials may be issuing direct orders to soldiers to utilize these poisonous agents, suggesting that the use of chemical weapons is not merely a sporadic occurrence, but rather part of a systematic program. As the conflict continues, the implications of these findings could lead to significant political repercussions and further strain international relations. The call for stronger sanctions against Russia underscores the urgency of addressing these allegations and the potential consequences of chemical warfare in modern conflicts. The international community is watching closely as this situation unfolds, and many are left wondering what the next steps will be in the fight against the use of chemical weapons in warfare. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.